There's the live stream. You got the notice.
Yep. It's just loading.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, go ahead.
All right. So welcome everyone. Happy New Year for us, right? Christopher and I were just chatting, and hopefully you met. Were you at our last meeting, Emily? I think you may have been on there. No, I can't remember if you were or not.
I was, yeah, but
Good.
Will was running it.
Okay, so great. So welcome our legislative aid to support us in all of this work. And we haven't heard anything back officially after submitting our report, but Emily is going to see about that and see if there's any need to connect with us to talk about our report. So the agenda that Christopher and I planned for today was to really go into our groups and plan how we're going to meet with constituents or whoever we need to meet with, stakeholders. And the agenda does say to come back and meet. Looking at the small group we have today, I don't know how much we'll have to share today, but we do want to be sure we continue to come together as one group, because we are still one task force to share whatever we've learned. So the agenda does call for it, for us to come back. We could check in. Christopher, you and I can text and see how maybe 45 minutes or so what our progress is, and then maybe just the reporting back is very short for this meeting. And in the future we can talk about revising the agenda to have that come back at the beginning of the next meeting, so that in case we're at different points, we're not waiting for each other, but that we have that ongoing discussion. So maybe it's time for us to go then into subgroups, unless there's anything anyone wishes to add or ask.
I just had one quick
Please.
question, and it just occurred to me while we were talking. One of the things I know that we're going to discuss today is the various stakeholders whom we've identified in general terms, whom we need to hear from. And I imagine that your subgroup has a similar such list. But when the time comes for us to hear from those stakeholders, we may well want the full group to hear from those stakeholders. This is genuinely me speaking off the cuff. It just occurred to me now. I don't know what you guys are feeling about that.
Well, originally, when we set it up with previous aides, they had said we could certainly hold our meetings individually and that just come back and report, so that people aren't having to go to an excessive number of meetings. And that those meetings, correct me if I'm wrong, Emily, did not have to be posted because they were just information gathering. There was no decisions to be made there. And then we'd come back and share with the group.
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
Okay, so I don't know what those people who are here, what you would like to do. I do know how busy everyone is, and people did choose a respective group. So I myself am comfortable with you, gathering and then coming back. And if we have any questions, to share them with you, and vice versa, you with us, and then we can still gather that, get those answers or that information and compile one report.
Actually, as you're saying that, Taylor, is that something that the breakout groups, sort of the breakout rooms, could be recorded? We could record the breakout rooms if it comes to that, just so that if somebody did want to see what somebody had actually said.
I don't think you can do that. Can you?
Yeah, I'm not sure the answer to that. And it's Emily, by the way. I know you had Taylor for a while.
I apologize.
It's okay. I've never done that personally, so I'm not sure how to answer that.
Okay.
I think that's what we have to get back together really and share anything, so that anything that's important is revealed there for the whole group. I think you in the report you listed the constituents or the stakeholders with whom you wanted to speak. And we had a series of, as they are now referred to, chiclets, or used to call them bullet points, so that we know what we're trying to accomplish too. And I think anything off of that, we should come back and make sure we report to the whole group. But the findings are going to take us a while to really get to. So I think that seems comfortable and maybe the best use of everyone's time. Others' thoughts? Let's try it. Let's try
Yeah,
it.
that's perfect.
And the subgroups and working forward. And if we find that there are too many questions or people really want to contribute more, we certainly won't stop anyone. And I think at the same time, could we also, Emily, share with the whole group if we have meetings of subgroups just for us? So I could just share that so people would know that those meetings are there and they could attend if they wanted to.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we'll just do that through email like we've been. So if people do want to attend another session. Okay, so at this point, I think everybody here is already in a group. So let's see if we go to the breakout rooms. I think, do you have to do that or?
I can do that.
Okay.
The only
So
person
just
I don't
make
have
one for me and one for Christopher, and then people know which one to go to. Because I'm doing with the children and he's got the start times and I've got the early child.
Okay, one moment.
And then we can just choose. If you just make me one and him the other, then we'll know which one to go to. See if that
Okay,
works.
I'll need to I need to manually put people in each one. It's not possible for people to choose one from
Oh.
this point. So I have the list that you provided.
Yeah, go with that.
The only person, I don't have a preference for Roseanne.
Oh,
I'm in
Roseanne,
the-
would go ahead.
Yeah, I'm in the group about the adolescent, if they should change the school times.
Great.
Okay.
I'll go right now on the
Okay, great.
stick it right in here.
There.
Perfect.
And
There
we
she
just
is.
got one more person joining, so I'm going to
Okay.
him in first.
Yep. See who that is. Okay, Mark. I think Mark has a group too.
Yep.
Perfect.
So everyone's assigned. So is it okay if I just send it to everyone to their rooms right now?
Please.
Yes,
Okay,
thank you.
and then
Thanks,
I'll
everyone.
be here. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.